Best Life Ministry comes to you with a message, and that message is that God wants you to prosper and build wealth. And when we look at Deuteronomy 8:18, it says that God gives the power to build wealth. But it's important for you to understand how to get the power. Now, before I get into that, I want to say this. When you struggle with your sense of self, you struggle with your sense of purpose, and you struggle with your sense of direction, it undermines your ability to be positioned to prosper and to build wealth. All right. So at Best Life Ministry, we will unlock the story behind this message so as to ensure that you're well positioned and well placed to prosper and embrace wealth in the name of our Father. Now, there's a couple of things that I must say. You want to invest your time, talent, and resources to master yourself and to master your life. Now, any attempt to master yourself requires an investment in yourself. So, the question I want you to ask yourself: how much of your time, talent, and resources are you investing in yourself to define and refine your true essence? And again, any attempt to master life means that you're investing in relationships. And the big question you must ask yourself is, what time and your talent and resources are you investing into building healthy, productive relationship with key stakeholders? Now, the inability to do this, again, it will undermine your ability to master your life. So I will give you some basic step by steps that will help you to understand how to take back and take control over your life. Now, what you need is your personal life master plan. Ground zero. You need to have your personal life master plan. Your life is not your own, but it's yours to manage. Wealth is not your own, but wealth is yours to manage. And you need a master plan. Anything that you're going to be managing, you should at least have a master plan for it. Now, a master plan is like your builder's plan drawing. And one of the reasons you have a builder's plan drawing is because it gives you a clear mental picture as to how to construct that building. And you need a clear mental picture in terms of how to manage your life. You must have a clear mental picture, you know, what is it that you want to accomplish in life, why and how. The master plan is going to help you to accomplish that. So, what are some of the things that you want to see in your personal life master plan? One, do you have a strong sense of self and how to get it? Two, do you have a strong sense of purpose and how to get there? And three, do you have a strong sense of direction and do you know how to get there? Now, many persons struggle with this. And when you struggle with your sense of self, your sense of purpose, and your sense of direction, you struggle in life. Now, how do you begin to shape a positive and strong sense of self? To shape a positive and strong sense of self, you need to start building your personal brand. That is an investment in yourself. You want to invest in building your personal brand, and that personal brand is how you're positioning yourself in the world to be known, to be liked, and to be trusted. And what we at Best Life Ministry will do, our online platform for now, what we will do is to really help you to understand how to build out that personal or corporate brand, because this is directly linked and tied to you having a strong sense of self. But now let's talk about a strong sense of purpose. Now, because these three things must go hand in hand. Your sense of self must connect with your sense of purpose, and your sense of purpose must connect with your sense of direction. If they're disconnect with these three things, which is one, you can feel that your life is spinning out of control. You can feel the element of chaos in your life. You can feel a sense of doubts and fear and confusion. And I want to say this: God doesn't deal with confusion and chaos, He likes order. So you need to organize and align your sense of self to your sense of purpose, and your sense of purpose to your sense of direction. So now that we have spoken a bit about your sense of self, what is your sense of purpose? Now, the reality is this: when we give ourselves in service and lose ourselves in service is the only way to find purpose and self-fulfillment. So what I'm saying here, in other words, as you build up your sense of self, that sense of self ought to be aligned to your sense of purpose. And that is a sense of servitude, a sense of serving others, a sense of empowering others. So whether you are positioning yourself to be a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, a business consultant, a top-notch graphic designer, it must be aligned to serving others. We're going to go deeper into these lessons as time progresses. Today is just to give you a high-level overview of important concepts that you want to learn, you want to apply, you want to master when you want to position yourself to prosper biblically, to prosper in wealth, the biblical way. Now, your sense of purpose also helps you in your sense of direction. As you master your sense of purpose, you're laying the foundation to master your sense of direction. And it is in your sense of direction that the dreams and hopes and aspirations that you have for your life manifest itself. All right? The big dreams that you have, the big hopes that you have, they become real because the alignment is taking place. The first two alignment is taking place. Your sense of self aligns to your sense of purpose. Your sense of purpose is navigating you towards your sense of direction. So these are the words that I want you to ponder upon today. And this is a message from the Best Life Ministry. And I just want to conclude where I started. To master your life is an investment in yourself. To master yourself, is an investment in yourself. So what you want to do is to invest your time, talent, and resources to master who you are. All right? To master who you are. To master life is an investment in relationship. And you need to invest in building healthy, productive relationship with critical stakeholders. All right? So I trust that you would have enjoyed this message, and I want to conclude by saying again, God wants you to prosper. All right? God wants you to embrace wealth, and that is clearly stated in Deuteronomy 8:18. And when we look at Genesis 12:2 and 3, a promise was made to Abraham, and that promise was fulfilled in Genesis 13, where we learn that Abraham was now rich and righteous. So riches and righteousness can work together. And this is the type of prosperity the Best Life Ministry wants our community to embrace. But to embrace it, you must understand biblical principles and how to not only learn them and internalize them, but is how to apply them to manifest an abundant life in the name of our Creator. Be blessed and see you in the next broadcast.